All right, let's have a look at this software. And I'm doing two things at once here. I'm doing an audio recording separate. So when I said overdub in one of my other ones, it's where I use one of my Zoom recorders and not the microphone provided through the laptop. The reason I do that is my laptop's pretty old and broken and it struggles with the sound quality. As I said earlier, sound's the most important thing for me. So at the moment I'm using this thing here, Screencastify. I do have another one up here. Screencastify. It's very similar to this one, so I'm not going to use it, but I'll just show you some of the... It's got a microphone access set up. This idea that you can use your webcam only or your desktop or a browser tab is really interesting. On the one I'm using now, I can actually have my head through the webcam, and I'll show you that when I'm actually putting this together, or when I'm demonstrating how to put the audio in there, because there's lots of tools that you can use to do your video curation. So you've captured it with your hardware or some of your software products, and now you actually need to edit it. I'm going to show you some of that stuff. But before I do show you those edit tools, let's have a look at what else there is that you could be using. So for example, this one here, you'll see the little button working down here. It's working fine. It's capturing everything on my screen. Cool. So I can go through and show you anything on my desktop, and using this is the other thing why I like this one other than that. Other than the Screencastify is this ability the mouse shows up really easy. This one also has a 5-minute limit because it's free. I'm using the free version. The free one I'm using on Screencastify goes for 15 minutes. If you can't get what you need to be done in 15 minutes, that's fine. You'd probably use something else. Like everyone's using Zoom at the moment. I would schedule a Zoom meeting even and just record that and do a screen sharing option. So what I mean by that is that you would go to your Zoom meeting. You would schedule a meeting. Put it in there for now, or just start a meeting. Get it started, and then your option is to record it, and then your recordings come back to you, and you've got it. So, and you use the screen sharing option. So I've already got one in there. So think about all those products that you've got. Now some people are going to be different. Are going to have preferred platforms. So Adobe products is a really good one, especially for capturing and editing. I don't use that. I had used Movie Maker a lot. Which is this one. I went to use this the other day and I found it wasn't working very well for me. You just put your video, you drop your video in, and then you add your music, your audio if you need it. You can put title screens. It's really got some really good editing stuff in there, and it's all free. And then the sharing and editing options I really like. But I found the quality of the video was pretty poor once I'd finished, and that's when I discovered, by chance, this video editor on my Asus. So you can see all these ones that I've got those movies on I've been making. I found this really, really simple, dudes. So that one there, video projects under photos, I found that sensationally easy to use and very forgiving. So that was my tip, and I'll show you how I use that in a minute to put that audio stuff in and what I've done to get there. The other function with the devices, you've already seen me do the screen capture through the casting on my little Swiss Army knife tool. I didn't do any of that on the Google Pad because you'd actually need a software program to do that rather than just an inbuilt function. But I wanted to mention here this snippet. Snippet's really good because you can screen capture anything. So let's just do that, and you save it. So if you're browsing somewhere or you've got a document in there, you can just capture it and use it to put it into another process. Like you can put it into a PowerPoint and then run a PowerPoint video presentation with all your images that you've caught through Snippet, or Pinterest, anything like that. There's a whole bunch of things you can do with just that one tool. I like it, especially when I'm creating posters or images for my PowerPoints or other media type products like WordPress and all that sort of stuff. So there you go. that's a really brief overview of software and how you can use it. I'm going to take you through another video actually showing you how I do this audio and video together to give you a clearer idea of some of the other things that you can be considering. But if this seems a little bit advanced for you, don't be worried. There's heaps of products and YouTubes out there. It'll take you through how to do a really easy process, especially if you're using things like iMovie on an iPad and these sort of things. They're really instinctively easy to use. I've probably said that a bit much, but I would have a crack at it. You can do very simple to very complex depending on what your needs are, but remember those three principles of lighting, the video quality of capture, but most importantly your sound quality is number one. Alright, I'll see you in a minute.